family, what's up? It is Justin here with Tech Journey. If you're not in tech, stay on this video because this one here is for everyone. I pulled this footage from an interview that my wife CompTIA did with a major recruiter who lets us know to the T what we need to do with our resume, whether we're forming it or revamping it. Now, of course, I represent the tech space. CourseCareer's alumni, where you at? Yes, merch is now available. If for some reason you are looking for a career move, CourseCareers was my wife and I's entry point into tech sales. But if you're open to digital marketing or information technology, then there is a place for you. Okay, so make sure you have a way to take notes. Buckle up, because this is a good one.
I'm curious, so I know we've talked about this in our meetings before, but I really want you to share with our community, what about resumes? So how big of a role do resumes play? What type of things do you look for? What stands out in a resume? What if my resume is 3 pages long? Is that too long? Just give us some tips on resume writing.
Yeah. There's a lot of resume advice on LinkedIn, online resources, but a lot of times we hear that resumes shouldn't be more than a page or 2 pages. Generally speaking, I think a page or 2 is good. Anything more than that, if you're like interviewing for a senior level, VP role, then maybe 3 pages because that shows your extensive work history. But I think anything more than the past 5 to 7 years is just too much. So try to narrow down your resume and make it concise and to the point. One mistake that I see a lot of people do is on their resume they have these fancy gaudy designs with like pictures and the formatting is like so awkward. It's really hard to almost decipher what they did. Like the dates are awkward, so it's like I have to clean up your resume, and that's honestly just takes time out of my day when I can just be talking to someone else. So make sure that your resume is formatted as simply as possible. Like the more basic it is, the better. Like simply all you need is just your contact info, your name, location of where you're at, not your address, just city and state or metropolitan area, and then list out your experience, put your education on there, and then don't include the year that you graduated, because a lot of times people might discriminate you or be ageist just based on your graduation year. So if they see that you graduated in 2020, that tells them like, oh well, this person just graduated like a few years ago, so they don't have that many years of experience. So maybe this person isn't a fit for the role. Because recruiters, hiring managers, we're all people. We all have our own biases. Just being real. So make sure that your resume doesn't have any information that can cause any type of bias or discriminatory acts. So that's why you don't include your picture, because people like us, Black and brown folks, if, let's say if hiring manager sees that and they have an aversion to people like us, they might not reach out to us. So don't include your picture, don't include your graduation date. And then also one thing, this is kind of a slippery slope. It really just depends, but GPAs. So let's say if you are interviewing for a role that requires a GPA, then obviously put your GPA there. But if it's not required, you don't need your GPA. There's no point. A 3.2 might be high to you, but the person looking at your resume might think a 3.2 is low. So you just shot yourself in the foot by including unnecessary information, content. That's literally all we care about. Recruiters look at resumes and make a decision in about 15 to 20 seconds. So if I look at your resume and I have to search for something, look for something, it's just too much. But if everything is right in front of me and I can just clearly see what you did, your experience, you highlighted your education, your skills, boom, it makes my job easier to reach out to you. So just guys, remember the purpose of a resume is to land you an interview. That's it. Nothing more than that. So make it as user-friendly as possible.
Awesome.